Trash, episode 33. I'm Eric.
I'm Jason.
Yeah, we used our real names. It's been a while.
It has. You been alright?
Well, I'm just saying it's been a while since we used our real names.
Oh.
It hasn't been a while since we recorded.
That's true.
Yeah. Full disclosure. I'm all about that, for the most part, when it comes to the show.
Alright.
Yeah.
You know,
Not about, like, everything. I keep, undisclosed a lot of stuff.
Right.
But as far as, the magic that we work here, I certainly, like, I'm like Penn and Teller, in which I like to reveal the trick after we've done it.
I wish we had a trick to reveal.
Oh, we do.
What's that?
I know you don't listen to the show.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know that what I do is I distort the audio on our voices so that we have deep masculine voices.
Oh, wow, really?
Because this is like Pat, who is our listener, knows us in real life. We have really high feminine voices.
Right.
In fact, you sound a lot like Bernadette Peters, and I sound like Carole King.
I never would have thought Carole King. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I can see it.
So, in post,
That's the time after we record.
Right. I fuck with the audio, and then we sound like, half men.
Couple of dudes. Guys.
I mean...
Fellas.
Closer than what we currently sound like.
Okay.
To each other.
Right.
But in the recording, we almost sound like guys.
Well, that's all we can hope for.
Yeah.
Almost. Almost is my goal in most things.
Yeah. We're almost good, we're almost funny, and almost dudes.
Well, here's to that. Finally enjoying a beer.
Huh?
Finally enjoying a beer. Because I'm not full anymore.
That's good. I'm enjoying a root beer because I didn't feel like drinking today. I know, it's crazy. But, I don't want to talk about whatever we're going to talk about today.
What's that?
I want to talk about my mom's cats.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about them?
They're awesome.
Yeah, Max and PJ? TJ? PJ?
JC. And then there's a third one. I know you've never seen him. His name is Eddie. He's an asshole. He's not awesome.
That's his name?
Ebby.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, his name is he's an asshole, he's not awesome?
No, I said his name was Ebby.
Oh, I
You
missed
didn't
it.
hear.
I missed it.
And as we learned in the previous episode, and probably due to my voice sounding like Carole King, that I don't pronounce things well.
Oh.
I don't enunciate.
Yeah.
I have a terrible voice for radio.
It's a good thing there's no one listening.
It's a good thing we're not on radio either.
That's true.
Yeah. It's pretend radio.
I know, I equate this to, like, us sitting in our backyard with, like a paper towel roll, and, like, we're just speaking into those as microphones, and no one's listening, but we're pretending as if we're disseminating information and opinions and to the whole world.
Right. Unfortunately, you're looking at about $200 worth of pretend microphones.
Yeah.
That no one's listening to. And 300 included a mixer.
Oh, wow.
Everything else. Yes. But anyway, stuff. Fantastic. Fuck. Speak a little.
I wish I had something intelligible to say. Have I read anything or done anything interesting? I don't believe I have. Yeah, not really. I haven't been reading any comics at all.
I read a Deadpool trade paperback.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Not that great.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Not that great.
You returned it even.
Yes, I
That's
did.
how disappointed you were.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to like Deadpool, because, I like self-aware, sort of, comedic comic books.
Ferris Bueller kind of.
Yeah, and Deadpool is definitely along that line, and like it's also like hyper violent and it's like stuff that I think I'd liked. It's just usually pulled off so poorly.
Wasn't the old series a little funny though? Like the one from like the 90s. That was much better. You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
When Joe Kelly and Ed McGuinness were doing it, I really enjoyed those.
I've only read one issue, but it was pretty funny.
Yeah. The new series is still, at least attempts to do it, just does it poorly.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't give a shit about the stories and like all the self-aware sort of stylings of it were it's like trying too hard,
Oh, okay.
So it just came off just bad.
It wasn't no Bugs Bunny.
No, and the art wasn't all that great either. Like it's like this super clean, like Ed McGuinness and Berto Ramos type of art where it's like super cartoony and everything. But for being super cartoony, very static. Like, it's like there's a fight scene, but like it's composed in the most unexciting way any fight scene could ever be drawn.
Okay.
It's just like, it's Deadpool. He's standing there. He just punched someone. And then the guy is also standing there. He turns his head to indicate that he has just been punched.
It's rigid.
Yes. Rigid is a very good term for this.
Right.
Yeah.
That's too bad. I mean, it sells really well. We sell out of it, but we sell out of a lot of crap, so.
True. Well, as we learned yesterday, every comic is Wolverine.
Yeah. Literally, a month or two ago when they all had the Wolverine variant covers.
That's true. That's true.
Some of those were good covers, but had no business being on Moon Knight or Miss Marvel or whatever. It was just ridiculous.
Ridiculous indeed. Yes. Other than that, I bought a Clive Barker book.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
It's a limited edition book that he wrote back in like 1976 or something. Had never been published before. He was a teenager at the time, obviously.
It's horror, I'm sure, right?
Fantasy horror. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like 4 short stories that are all like interconnected somehow.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it was like limited to like 1,500 copies. And I'm a big Clive Barker fan, so.
Sprung for it.
Yeah. I love the gays, and I wish my voice sounded like his.
Yeah.
All scratchy, and I talk like this forever.
He gargles razor blades in the morning.
He must. Yeah. I don't know what the hell. I guess he smokes a lot, maybe? Is that why he got his voice so
Smokes a lot of
scratchy?
pole. Oh, that was terrible.
No, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. That deserves a round of applause.
Oh, no. Don't encourage me. I've never met him or anything, but he was at Books and Company signing autographs years ago.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I wish I could have gone.
And my girlfriend at the time, I had to work the day that he was there. My girlfriend at the time went with a couple of her friends, and I gave her this. I had this 7-inch record. It's a band called Tumor Circus, and it was Jello Biafra from Dead Kennedys with some other people, and he did the cover art.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
And like it was a one-sided 7-inch record, like 45. On the other side, there's this etching that he did.
Oh.
Like it's like just like you can't listen to that side, but
Right.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
And it's like a demon sucking its own penis or something. I forget. But
picture disc is what they would call that.
well, it's not quite a picture disc because it's like actually etched on there, and it's just like it's not color or anything. It's just
Okay.
it's kind of neat.
Do you like all these?
This
Ooh.
it's good times. It's good times.
Anyway,
But so she took it out there to have him sign it, and she was like, wow, he was like really impressed. He was like, wow, he's like, I haven't seen one of these in years, because I guess Tumor Circus,
Right.
how many of them did they make? Probably maybe a few hundred or something. But yeah, so I still have it, and it's autographed. She said he was cool with it. He was like, wow, this is really neat. And
nice.
of course, he probably said that to everybody that brought up a Magica or whatever.
Right. Well, he is really big on himself.
Is it?
No.
Oh. She said he was really cool, and the guy that I know that works at Books Company said he stayed till everybody was done signing. Like everybody, like he stayed super late, and then they said he spent money. He was like buying books, and they said he was just a super cool guy.
Yeah. Man, I wish I would have known that he was ever in town. I would have gone.
It was probably about 10 years ago.
I was alive 10 years ago.
You're over. Yeah, you are over 10, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you could have been there.
Oh well, you and I together went to see Bruce Campbell at Books and Company.
That's true.
Years ago.
Very true.
Well, actually, it was 7, 8 years ago.
Oh, that's been a while.
It was his first novel.
Mxyzptlk.
Yeah, Mxyzptlk.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good book. I read that.
Yeah,
it's decent. He was funny.
Huh?
He was funny.
Oh yeah.
I remember somebody yelled. They're like, "Hey, Bruce, can you say work shed?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "What am I, your monkey?"
Yeah.
And that's all he said. He wouldn't say it. Yeah. That was pretty funny.
I've seen him 2 other times since then. So.
In town?
Yeah. He once in town. The other, I had to drive to Cincinnati.
Stalking him.
No, he came to town because he was promoting his second book, and while he was also here, he premiered or had a screening of The Man with the Screaming Brain.
Oh, okay.
At the Neon. So my ex and I, at the time, I guess at the time she was my girlfriend. She's currently my ex. We went to the Neon and we saw it. And he did like a Q&A session and everything. And,
oh, sweet.
The Neon said that he was going to stick around and like do autographs after the movie and everything. But no, he just left as soon as the movie started. Because he was at Books and Company earlier in the evening doing the book signing.
Right. So
yeah,
he doesn't want to sign his life away.
Yeah. Oh. So when I saw that he was going to be down in Cincinnati at a bookstore for signings, and I figured, well, since we didn't get a chance to get him to sign anything at the movie, we'll go down there. And, so she and I went back down to Cincinnati and got a book signed, and I asked him a question. And,
could you tell me you saw the movie in Dayton?
No. My girlfriend asked him for a hug, and he refused.
All these stories make him sound like kind of a dick. They're like, yeah, he's going to do autographs, and he jets. And then she's like, I want a hug. And he's like, nope.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you give her a hug? Why wouldn't you give her a hug?
I have no idea. Probably too many people asking him. And then the next day, she her appendix almost burst. So we've been blaming that on Bruce Campbell for since that happened.
Yeah. See, if you would have hugged her,
it would have cured it.
Yeah, it would have cured her.
Because that is the magic of Bruce Campbell. Or something.
Yeah. He seemed pretty awesome. He talked and was jovial with the kids at the sign.
Yeah, he seems pretty nice within reason. I mean, as long as you're just not a slavering fanboy, you know.
I think somebody had him do record an answer machine message at Books and Company. Yeah. They had like a portable recorder. I thought that was a pretty good idea.
No, for sure. I think someone asked if he could propose to his girlfriend for him, and he did, and she said yes.
That's pretty sweet.
It's a good story until they get divorced.
Then he's gonna sign the divorce papers for him.
Well, he should.
Yeah.
I mean, he was there at the beginning.
He
got him into that mess. He should be the one to get them out.
Just makes sense.
Yeah.
I actually bought a book too. I forgot about this. An actual pictureless book.
Yeah, right.
I bought Dark Legend.
Is title alone. Let me guess.
Take a guess. Genre.
Okay. Title alone, I'm gonna guess that it's got something to do with dragons and wizards.
You know I love that shit.
Yeah, I know you do love that shit. You are the biggest magic fan in this house. However, knowing you, I'm gonna guess that it's probably about some obscure punk rocker. It's like a biography or something. Or an obscure actor of some sort.
Well, you're wrong, sir. It's neither.
It's about pudding.
It's a cookbook of pudding. You know, the Dark Legend of Pudding.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's the book that Frederick Wortham wrote just prior to writing Seduction of the Innocent.
Oh, that's right. I forget you told me.
Yeah, where he, it's basically the story of I forget how old the kid is, like 15 or something, who commits a couple murders, and he basically tells that guy's story, and that kid ended up being the one who, mentioned that he, loved reading comic books,
right.
in addition to murdering his family.
Right.
And so Freddie W., we can call him Freddie
Right.
W., he equated that to anyone who reads Superman will probably kill their parents.
You can write off Frederick Wortham all you want, but what was that issue of Action Comics I read that really pissed me off, and I thought, the only way I can redeem this if I killed my mom.
Was it the one Gilbert Gottfried wrote?
Yes.
Was it that issue?
Yeah.
Yeah, that made me pretty pissed off, too.
Did Gilbert Gottfried?
He actually did write an issue of
Really?
Action Comics, yeah. Back in, I think it was mid to late 80s. Wow. I forget the character is like it wasn't Toyman. Maybe it was Toyman.
Mxyzptlk?
No, it was like somebody that had to do with toys.
I need to re-say that.
Mxyzptlk.
Mxyzptlk.
Okay.
Mxyzptlk.
I remember when we were kids, we always called him Mxyzptlk because
Right.
it just was so much easier.
Mxyzptlk. Yeah. But no, it's Mxyzptlk.
Oh.
Mr. Mxyzptlk.
Can you say it backwards, though?
No.
Yeah, let's not try that.
Yeah. We don't have all night.
So yeah, I'm excited to read that. It's from the 40s, and it was an actual, 40s copy of it.
Right.
And it was like $3 plus shipping.
Wow. And let's say you wanted to read his follow-up work.
Mm-hmm.
How much would that go for?
At least 100.
Wow!
Although I did see a library copy, one that has coffee stains and library stamps all over it for $30.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't really want to read that though. I'd much more read this book that sort of got him started on it. Because the other one would just probably make me pissed.
Yeah, maybe. Or you'd agree with them.
Yeah, and I'd be burning all my books.
Yeah. I was going to say something. Oh yeah, I want to go back to the Gilbert Gottfried thing.
Oh yeah.
Toyman? I mean, Toyman is the guy who plays with toys.
It might have been Toyman. It was somebody that had little toys.
But the reason I said Mxyzptlk is because he did the voice of Mxyzptlk
Did
on
he really?
the Bruce Timm series.
I did not know that. He must be an incredible Superman fan.
Maybe. Or he likes money.
But yeah, he could like that.
I like money.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What cartoon voices have you done?
I've never been approached to do one.
Really?
Yeah.
Odd that.
Yeah. But, I'm sure if Bruce Timm and Paul Dini called me up and said, hey, we want you to audition for the role of, Commandy, the last boy, I'd say sure.
I'd take it if they were like, we want you to be the garbage man that when he sees the Flash costume in the can goes, what the hey? And that was my whole line.
Was that the voice you would use?
That's the whole line, yeah.
Oh. And that's the voice you would choose to use.
That's yeah.
What the hey?
Yeah.
Or however you do it.
I can't duplicate it, but yeah.
It was that's too bad. Well, you're fired. What if you would need
it's
to
recorded. It's already recorded.
Yeah, but what if you need to do multiple takes? Because I don't think...
Hey, baby, I'm like Sinatra. One take only. I do it gold every time.
Touche. You win.
Alright.
Yeah.
Finally, I win something. I don't know what, but...
I'll buy you an ice cream later.
Sweet.
So, enough of this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about a movie.
Okay, which movie?
I would like to talk about Goonies.
Oh, I love Goonies. I really do. One of my favorite movies from the 80s.
I obtained a copy recently. I've not yet watched it. I would like to watch it. I haven't seen it in...
Okay, I was going to say, you have seen it, though.
Oh, I have seen it. I just haven't seen it in forever.
Right.
Like, I'm pretty sure I hadn't discovered masturbation yet by the last time I saw it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Because otherwise you would have yanked it all over any scene Anne Ramsay appeared in, right?
Oh, of course. She's
fucking hot.
so great. Throw Mama from the Train was on a couple weeks ago. I lost it.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Pretty hot. There's a horror movie, I forget what it was, but she plays like the evil lady, and then somebody
surprising,
and typecast as hell. Poor lady. But someone throws a basketball at her head. Her head blows up, and it's like guar blow up, like blood everywhere, like from a basketball. It's like someone smushed a rotten melon.
Nice.
It's pretty. Matt has it. I'll have to. Sweet. I forget what movie that was.
You can pick it for your next pick. I would totally watch that.
Good. But won't. But I probably won't.
But no, let's talk about my pick that I did. Apocalypse Now. Redux.
Do over.
Redo?
I don't know.
It's Redux. I don't speak whatever language that is.
I think it's French. The only French I speak is anything in regards to having drinks at my house. That's all I know.
How's that been going anyway?
I haven't, once I found out I wasn't going back to Toronto this year, I haven't listened to the rest of the, I will listen to them. I've only got 6 more CDs to listen to. There's 14 of them, so most of the way there.
Anyway, yeah, Apocalypse Now, I guess I'll just call it the director's cut version from this point on.
What year did they put that together?
2001.
2001.
Yeah. Originally 1979, as I mentioned in the wrap-up for the previous episode. My favorite movie.
Of all time.
Of all time. The number one movie. Has not changed in the 15 years since I've seen that movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Was there did it change? Is it one of those movies that as you watched it you felt your mind changing, or is it just you like the film that much?
I just love the movie that much.
Because sometimes, you'll watch or hear something and it's at a point where you're losing your virginity or driving your car for the first time and that stays with you.
No, yeah, it was just such a great movie. People say, "Oh, I watched this movie and it changed my life." I think that's all bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a movie can change anyone's life.
Meatballs 4. Ever seen it?
No.
Okay. Well,
changed your life?
Changes everyone's life.
Well, I don't believe you. Because it's 4.
Right.
If you had said Meatballs 1, I could have totally bought that. Because Bill Murray, at least, was in there.
Mm-hmm. I think he was in all of them, wasn't he?
I doubt it.
I haven't seen him.
I doubt it. Not Bill Murray, the most cantankerous old fuck on the face of the planet.
What?
Didn't even want to do Ghostbusters, his biggest successful movie. Didn't even want to do that.
Hey, man, he had better things to do.
Yeah, some shitty movie that everyone has forgotten about.
I can't even remember the name of that.
Razor's Edge, I believe. Is that it?
Is that the one where he's the mayor of some underground city?
That is City of Ember, and that was last year.
Yeah, that was...
I was talking about the movie that he somehow bribed the people involved with Ghostbusters. Mm-hmm. That he agreed to do Ghostbusters if they would finance his movie that he wanted made, which was, I believe, The Razor's Edge.
Really? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a great AC/DC album, but I've never heard of the film.
Exactly.
Huh. I'll have to check it out, maybe. Would you watch it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I would veto.
Really?
Because Bill Murray's a cock.
Man.
Can't wait for Ghostbusters 3.
Is he in it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I love him. I think he's great.
Broken Flower is still one of the worst movies I've ever watched.
It is bad. I mean, I enjoyed it a little bit, but it was bad.
Well, then you're a liar. How can you enjoy a movie that you
I enjoy bad movies. No, I mean, I realize it wasn't a good movie, but there's parts of it I enjoyed. I thought there were some funny parts.
We're not talking about it.
Yeah.
We're talking about the best movie ever made.
Hudson Hawk.
Second best movie ever made.
Okay. Well, I didn't really like it nearly as much as you did.
Of course. I wouldn't expect anyone to.
Right.
I'm fairly sure I'm alone in my absolute joy of this movie.
It's kind of a downer.
It's dark.
Yeah.
It's really dark. I think that's the part that I love so much about it.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, up until today, I had not seen the extended version of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'd only seen the 2.5-hour theatrical cut, and not the 3.5-hour director's cut.
Yeah, we went all in. I'd never seen this version either. I swear the last time I saw it, I was like 12, 13. Inappropriately young, probably.
Maybe. I saw it when I was 15 for the first time. And 16, because I drove to Blockbuster to rent it. I saw it about a year and a half ago. My ex and I watched it. Excuse me. Jesus Christ. I apologize.
Saw the root beer.
Yeah, it is. But, what was I saying? I've watched it probably about 4 times total. I guess most recently, like last year, but I had not watched this extended version of it.
Was there anything drastically different? Like, what scene, like, stood out?
There were 3 scenes total that I don't recall from the original.
Mm-hmm.
And, 2 of them I know for sure are not in the original. The first one was when they, let's talk about the plot of the movie first. It's all about, which is weird. Cause,
I assume most people probably have seen it, maybe?
Well, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say the fact that, I think like the past 6 reviews or whatever we've done, we've not talked about this story.
Yeah.
And, I don't want to assume that everyone's seen what we're talking about, because obviously no one's ever read Jack Staff.
Right, that's true.
And,
I think this one's sort of regarded as a classic, though.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean people say,
Right.
Like Pat, Philistines.
Well, yeah. He's too busy watching Hangover.
Yeah, I know. The fuck?
Oh.
Seeing the spirit like 7 times.
Oh, jeez.
But anyway, I think it's nice if we could provide a short recap of the story for those not in the know.
Yeah.
Which in certain things though, like when we watched Cabin Boy, I don't think recapping the plot of that.
You see, he was a fancy lad, and it all started.
Yeah. But anyway, Apocalypse Now, based on the novel Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad, loosely based on, follows Captain Willard, played by Martin Sheen, sent by the U.S. Army to track down and kill Colonel Kurtz, played by Marlon Brando. He's basically being sent from somewhere in Vietnam, all the way up a river to Cambodia, and where they believe Kurtz has gone insane, and he's being charged with murder, and he's basically taken over like this entire village, and recruited everyone who comes to him, to be as insane as him, and if they're not, he just kills them.
Right.
Yeah.
Follow me or die, that sort of thing.
Right, yeah. So, Martin Sheen goes up the river. That's pretty much the movie.
Yeah. It's pretty much the first 4.5 hours of the movie. Him going up the river.
Yeah, that's true. It's
weird.
A long one.
It's weird how they sort of, like, how most movies follow that 3-act, like, template. Yeah. It basically has, like, the first 2 acts sort of swirled together, and they just take up most of the movie, Like, it kind of starts out with him, with the problem and with the setup. Like, and it mixes them together and it just goes on and on. It's kind of strange. I like I think that's my favorite part about it, how it has that weird anticipation and sort of off timing of most movies.
Yeah. But I was talking about the differences.
Mm-hmm.
The scene where they're up the river, and it's after the USO show where all the Playboy playmates were at.
Right.
And they land on this like dump of a tent town or whatever, like this MASH setup or whatever.
Yeah.
And the Playboy bunnies are also there. That whole scene was not in the version.
One of the better scenes of the movie, I would say.
It was a pretty good scene. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And weird.
And very weird. A little creepy.
Yeah. Creepy.
And then the other scene that I can definitely tell for sure was not in that movie is or in the original cut. It was the French plantation scene.
Oh, okay.
Where, and I'm going to say something negative, the movie ground to a fucking halt.
Yeah, it kind of did. I mean, I guess it sort of helped build up the anticipation and brought a different light and like a political viewpoint or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, it really, I mean, it's already kind of slow and it just stopped. It was like traffic jam on the highway for an hour and a half.
Yeah. It felt like an hour and a half. Still, this is it at the top of my list. Mm-hmm. That's not changed. But I did not like the extended version as much as I like the theatrical cut.
Okay.
Like the extra Playboy scene I thought was great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that French scene really sort of did me in on it.
And to be fair to the listener, if they think you only like the Playboy scene because there's nudity,
no.
There's nudity in both scenes, actually.
Right.
So, and ladies. Very attractive ladies.
Yeah.
And we could have probably done out without the slow French dinner scene.
Like you said, like I understand why it's there. It's just I understand more why it was cut.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, if nothing else, for length and I mean, it's
pacing. Yeah. I mean, it just seriously. When I say ground to a fucking halt, it's like literally grinding your face into the concrete.
Yeah, and I was like stretching during that scene. Like,
I kept nodding off, and
maybe I should go get another beer. I don't know.
Yeah. It was like there'd be like weird like lighting changes where it would like fade in from like dark to light, and every time it got like really too bright, my eyes kept closing because like that's just when I'm like really tired, and like light really starts to affect me poorly, and so it's just like nappy time.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't say it's a bad movie, but I found it kind of slow throughout. I mean, like almost too much, almost too slow. I mean, I see the point of that though, because the story isn't like something action packed, really.
Right.
But it was just I don't know.
I can see your point of view, but I mean, I can definitely see other people complaining, like, because you're not saying that it's bad, you're just saying that it's just, it stretches it here and there.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I'm sure there's other people who will just automatically say it's bad. And I can see the point of view as the pacing of it kind of dragging the movie down a couple notches, but
I mean, I think it's purposely done.
And
it serves the story. It's just,
but I think that's one of those things. Okay, the movie is on 2 discs because it has both the extended version and the theatrical version on it.
Right.
And so, for some reason, rather than putting one on one disc and the other on the other disc, they split them both.
It's kind of weird.
It's weird. But at the same time, like, we also got to have a pee break in like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah. And it was basically like we watched 2 movies.
Right. But I forgot my point. point.
Was it about the...
when the first disc ended and it was time to switch to the second disc, honestly, I did not feel like, an hour and 40 minutes anymore.
Yeah.
It felt like we'd only been watching like an hour.
Yeah,
like
that's. I think I even said is that the first third of it or the first half of it?
Yeah, it's the first third, right?
But yeah,
because we thought it was 3 discs.
Well, I just remember it said end of Act 1. And I'm thinking acts. There's 3 acts. Right. But before I forget, I want to say Robert Duvall, fucking awesome.
Yes, he is. He's the best part of this movie.
Yeah, he's great.
I mean, he himself is great. The character is great. He spouts probably the only lines in this movie that are of the 3 lines in this movie that are cultural phenomenon.
Quotables, right?
Right. Robert Duvall has 2 of them.
One of them is Charlie Don't Surf, is that it? What's the other one?
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Another thing, too, I'm saying, I must have saw this when I was 12, because I know by 14 I was a huge Guar fan.
Right.
Didn't know that the Horror Vig sampled when he says the horror, you must make a friend of it. I was like, what is that from?
Right.
So that was kind of cool. And I heard a Ministry sample, too. When they first pull up to Colonel Kurtz's little
village
town there.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. I think it was something Dennis Hopper said, but there's a Ministry sample in there. So.
Yeah. Dennis Hopper, of course, also awesome in this movie.
He was great.
I don't know. Again, like I said earlier, it's still my favorite movie. Even after this watching, I did notice things in it more that sort of annoy me.
Oh, yeah? Like who?
No, not who. What? Dennis Hopper just kind of fucking disappears at the end. Mm-hmm. We see him one last time, and then after that, where'd he go?
I think he was busted for drug charges
during
the filming.
Dennis Hopper himself probably was.
Yeah.
But his character is what
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sort of did just kind of scurry off and never show up.
Right. And then there was the subplot of, not really even a subplot, but when they get to that bridge, that's sort of the breaking point from, this is where Vietnam ends,
right?
And then Cambodia begins,
right?
And the messenger is there waiting for them, and he receives the new packet of information that says that there's another guy who has been on the same mission, who is also gun native, and then we see that guy for 5 seconds. He doesn't have any lines.
They stare at each other,
and then he's never seen again.
Right.
It's where'd that go? Yeah.
And that was probably in both versions, right?
I don't recall that being.
Okay.
I know, they stopped at that bridge and, they got new messages and everything.
Okay.
But I don't recall exactly him seeing that, that was the new information and him meeting up with that guy when they got to the island or whatever.
Maybe that's why they didn't put that in there, because they never wrapped it up.
Anywhere, right? Yeah. I also think that my love of this movie, a good chunk of that comes from knowing the fucked up history of the movie.
Oh, yeah? I don't know anything about...
Oh, the making of the movie, it has its own documentary called Heart of Darkness.
Okay.
And it's not you buy a DVD and then there's here's a making of, Yeah. This is seriously a documentary.
Okay.
About Francis Ford Coppola going batshit insane. The scene early on in the movie where Martin Sheen is in his hotel room and he's doing Tai Chi and he punches the mirror.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, fucked up. He was actually fucked up and they filmed it.
Really?
He was drunk off his ass and they just filmed him. And he, apparently, that entire time, he's just yelling at Francis Ford Coppola.
Really?
And he's just bitching and ranting. And
that adds a little bit.
Yeah. The movie shot for 238 days.
Wow.
Went millions and millions of dollars over budget.
So is that like what Tropic Thunder's referencing? A lot of the...
I haven't seen Tropic Thunder.
Okay.
But maybe.
Yeah.
The surfer dude, when he was when they come up to that bridge and like the battle is going on, and he says like he just dropped a hit of acid. Actually dropped a hit of acid.
Interesting. Just for the role, like De Niro style, or
probably not.
Yeah.
Not by that point.
Just because he was hanging out with Hopper right before that scene.
I think just because at that point everyone was fucked up because nobody wanted to be there, and it was almost as if they were in an actual war.
Yeah, that does sound like Tropic Thunder.
Lawrence Fishburne is in the movie.
He's just like 10 years old.
He says he's 17 years old in the movie.
He looks younger.
He was 14.
Okay, I say he looks really young.
They slaughtered that bull at the end.
As I said, that looks like a real bull.
Yep.
That was before one of the...
Cannibal Holocaust style.
Was it before they had those taglines, no animals were hurt?
I'm not sure.
Or did they at least eat the bull? Make some burgers?
The natives there may have. I don't know. Maybe some sort of ritual that they just filmed.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully.
And that the surfer dude participated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really dark.
Yeah, it's incredibly dark. Martin Sheen had a heart attack halfway through the filming, and so that they could continue filming for long shots, like just faraway shots of the boat, they got his brother Joe Estevez.
Yeah. What induced his heart attack? Just all the action?
I have no idea. He suffered a heart attack and he was out of commission for like 3 or 4 months.
Jeez.
And so they got his brother to film like long shots in the movie.
They could have got Charlie Sheen if he was old enough, because I mean, man, some of these scenes, he's spitting image.
Him and Emilio Estevez both look a lot like their dad.
Yeah, very much.
So I think that a lot of my enjoyment of the movie also comes from knowing the backstory of
the
it.
history. I could see that. Yeah, I mean, I've never liked war movies. Like, I honestly can't think of one that I'm like, I like that movie. You know?
Right.
This is one of the better ones, I'd say.
I like some. Obviously, this one, Kelly's Heroes, which is it's a war comedy.
Okay.
With Clint Eastwood, Donald Sutherland, and Don Rickles. And Telly Savalas.
I'd say anything with Don Rickles I would watch. But
I plan on picking it at some point in time.
The comedies I would rather see. I just like even I love Stanley Kubrick, and even Full Metal Jacket. I'm not a big fan of that movie. Platoon. I don't know. Maybe in a past life I was in some horrible war or something, but I just really have never found a war movie that I've just like enjoyed really.
Yeah, some of them are, I don't know. I mean, this one even does it as well, where just like sort of, they're all generally made by, a liberal filmmaker.
Yeah.
And so they really slam you over the head with the, war is bad!
Right.
And it's like, I know war is bad.
Yeah. And I'd say I would probably love this movie if I had realized during the watching of it that war is bad.
Right.
But I kind of knew that.
Right.
But Brando's obviously great in it. I mean, Brando's obviously great in it. He's just fun
in
to
his
watch.
own way, which again goes with the whole fucked up backstory of the movie.
Oh yeah, tell me more. What's crazy Brando done?
Well, part of it is crazy. Francis Ford Coppola could not figure out what the ending of this movie was going to be, so they just kept like rewriting the ending. by the time Brando actually showed up to do his scenes, apparently he had gained 200 pounds and shaved his head, which they did not expect. And knew none of his lines.
Great! Let's start filming. Wait a minute. So why is he not supposed to shave his head?
I have no idea. But that's not what they were expecting.
Yeah. So by this point, he was already... What made Brando a huge star?
I don't know.
I mean, other than pancakes. I mean, like...
Oh, literally huge is what you mean. Okay.
No, I mean, like, yeah, how did he get so, like, you know...
I guess his movies from the 50s.
Really?
Streetcar Named Desire. And
Is that the one? I mean, is that the one? Probably?
On the Waterfront. I guess all of... I don't know if that exactly was the one, but I mean, that was one of the ones.
Right.
Like I said, On the Waterfront, I think, was that him? I believe.
I think Orson Welles is in that. I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know. We could look up Brando's IMDb page.
Yeah. I'd be curious. Like,
yeah, I'm curious.
So where he sort of made it, because he seems like one of those, like, 10 Hollywood people that
everyone considers he's the greatest.
Yeah, like,
but I'm not exactly sure. Like, the only things I've ever seen are Apocalypse Now, The Score, and Superman.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in Superman. Last Tango in Paris. Did you ever see that? It was fucking weird, but it was pretty good.
Is that like a rated X movie?
I don't know. I know there's a lot of sex in it. I don't know. I mean, I rented it at like Hollywood Video or something. So.
Right. Well, I mean, X for the 70s or whatever it came out.
Maybe. Obviously Godfather, right?
Obviously Godfather, which I've never seen. Oh yeah, I've seen The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, I turned that off because it was so fucking bad.
I saw it 3 times.
Oh man.
Admittedly, each time was free.
I would rather watch What Women Want on, what's that called? Surround, my joke just fucked up because I can't think of it.
IMAX?
IMAX! I'd rather watch Clueless 2, Legally Blonde 7 on IMAX than watch Island of Dr. Moreau again.
Okie dokie here. We've got, Marlon Brando's page. Streetcar Named Desire was his third movie in 1951. On the Waterfront in 1954. The Wild One in 1953. Which was what Shia LaBeouf based his character off of in Indiana Jones.
Really? What was his first movie? I'm curious.
His first movie is, his first movie is called The Men. His first thing was an episode of The Actors Studio called I'm No Hero.
He's not.
Yes.
He just has a presence. I mean, obviously. I feel like Led Zeppelin was rocking.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, he has a presence.
He does. He does have an on-screen presence, charisma.
Yeah.
That I mean, yeah, I don't think he was great in this movie, but like every time he was on screen, I was just like, wow.
Yeah. It's like you want to hear whatever.
I want to see more.
Yeah.
Want to hear more. He was in Guys and Dolls. Mutiny on the Bounty.
Jaws 3? That's weird.
I haven't even gotten up there yet.
Yeah.
Godfather. Superman. The Freshman.
Oh, that was a good movie.
I never saw it.
I saw that before I even saw The Godfather, though, so I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah. He did apparently take like 9 years off. He did a movie in 1980 called The Formula, and then he didn't do anything else until 1989, called The Dry White Season. Did Don Juan DeMarco, Johnny Depp.
Really?
Yeah. And then he did the Godfather video game after he did the score with Robert De Niro.
Is he alive?
Huh? No,
alive?
he's dead.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. 2004 he died. So, yeah. I guess people like all those other movies he did.
Yeah, I need to see On the Waterfront. I've seen bits and pieces, and it was pretty good.
I've heard it's alright.
It has this awesome, intro, crazy camera angle shot.
I have seen...
Guys and Dolls?
Huh?
You've seen Guys and Dolls?
I have seen part of Guys and Dolls, yes.
Is it a musical?
It is a musical.
Wait a minute.
It was on PBS, and it was on just before we had drawing night.
Really?
And I was waiting for you to call me to say, that your dog had pooped.
Yeah.
And so I just watched it until then.
Was it good?
Not really.
Oh.
He seemed good in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, it's one of those things where, like, he was on screen and I couldn't stop watching.
Mm-hmm. Even though it was a musical.
It was a musical and he was singing, which he's really not that great at singing. So.
Interesting. I swear sometime I'm going to pick a musical that you're going to like.
No. Because of whole veto.
Let's see, who else was in this movie that was good?
Harrison Ford is in it for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was in it.
Yeah. Apparently the guy that I was talking about earlier, the subplot that never got fulfilled. Apparently that guy's someone.
Oh, yeah?
Scott Glenn. He's in stuff. He kind of looks like Lance Henriksen's uglier brother.
Man, that's saying something. No offense, Lance.
No. Yeah.
So how did this movie become this classic? I mean,
because it's awesome.
Is that your answer? I mean, did it like change something as far as like the way movies are made or something? Because I mean, this movie seriously is like held by everybody as like fucking amazing.
Surround sound. It invented 5.1 surround sound audio.
Okay.
It's a great movie, and it's just one of the best war movies made.
I'd agree with that.
It got a lot going for it. It's dark. It's crazy. It's bizarre. It's everything.
It is a little bizarre.
Yeah. I can't tell you why it's a classic.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I can just tell you that it's my favorite movie and tell you why it's my favorite movie.
I mean, I guess part of me is just finding it weird that you like it so much. Because, I mean, there is an air...
Because my favorite movie should be Batman Returns.
Exactly.
Or Howard the Duck.
No, I thought The Dark Knight was your favorite movie.
Oh.
No, I mean, there's an air of pretentiousness throughout the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And then you seem to mostly be sort of against the pretentious. Whereas I embrace it like a long-lost lover.
I don't find much of the pretentiousness in the movie. I find more of the...
Artsy. It's really artsy.
No, I don't... No, yeah, I don't consider it artsy at all.
Really?
I just consider it good filmmaking. It's visually stunning.
Yeah.
It's one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Just as far as set up and just visual shots. Occasionally, once or twice, there's something kind of artsy fartsy, but for the most part, I don't consider it pretentious.
Okay.
I mean, Francis Ford Coppola, yes, he's fucking pretentious. But I don't think it comes through in this movie.
Okay.
Definitely comes through in Dracula.
Yeah.
Which is another beautiful to look at movie.
Oh, yeah.
Not that great.
Well, yeah.
I just love the colors in this movie. I love the lighting and the shadows. And,
oh, yeah, for sure. Like all of the stuff on the river. I mean,
yeah.
That's great.
It's one of, I think, the best visual movies I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And the story, also, to boot, is great. And I think the only thing really pretentious about it is like what I mentioned earlier, which is sort of that, Coppola is obviously a liberal, and, he's shoving his point of view as back!
Yeah.
Which, again, it is, but,
See, I think the visual part is much more compelling than the story, because, I just seriously find the story a little simple. Just because,
of course it is.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like, you gotta go
from here
get
to
rid
there
of this guy
and do this thing.
And he's like, okay, and he does it.
Right.
But that's
every story.
But there's not, like, much surprise or twist. I mean, there's a couple little things, but I don't know.
Sometimes the best things in life are the simplest things.
That's true. Lifesavers. I love lifesavers.
There you go. They're simple. I don't know where you got lifesavers from.
Because they're simple. I like them.
I think they're a little more complicated than they need to be.
They're just a little circle with one flavor.
But it's all like you have to open the whole pack if you just want to get the flavor that you want, and they're all like stuck together usually. And
but
there's always the flavor that you don't want that you're gonna get. And
well, you have to take the next one, whatever it is, and you can't go through and think your way through the flavors of the day. You just take the next one. And
I don't know. I'm not agreeing. I'm not saying this whole lifesaver thing. I think they're needlessly complicated.
Lifesavers are complicated.
Yes.
Okay.
No, a Tic Tac. That's as simple as you can get.
Because they're all the same. Well, what if you
they're all the same, and he can see them.
What if you buy the lifesavers that's all cherry or all whatever?
Do they have those?
Oh yeah.
If they have those, then no, because the wrapping is still fucked up. Because it's got that foil that you can't open, and the plastic on top of it, and that
just
little
a simple metaphor. Just give it to me.
No. I don't know what the hell happened.
Throw me a lifesaver here. Oh, okay.
All right, we're done.
Yeah.
All right. I love the movie. You don't.
I don't love it. Don't hate it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
But did you like it?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see myself watching it again for a decade.
Right.
But
And that's fine.
It's all right.
Because you have a favorite movie that I'll probably never want to see.
Yeah.
You'll force me to.
And then you'll pretend to hate it.
No, I won't pretend to hate it, but like what? I think your favorite movie you've mentioned before is Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Favorite movie ever.
Yeah.
Has been since I was probably in my teens.
Right.
Probably the same as this.
Probably. Yeah. Did it change your life?
Did not.
But
I loved it.
See, it's all you
and
can
it's
ask
a little slow too, I would say.
There you go.
I mean, not too slow for me.
Right.
But
and it's also a simple story.
Simple story, slow paced movie.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking hypocrite.
Yeah.
And we're done.
All right. We'll be back. Hey everybody, welcome back!
Hello.
Welcome back, welcome back,
What is that?
welcome back.
What is that?
Welcome back, Cotter.
Oh, okay. I was like, that sounds
I
so
know
familiar.
my singing voice is too great for you to have registered there.
It's like you were just making fun of Brando singing to me? Wow. Big cojones there. Excuse me. So school's over.
Is it?
I'm so happy. I had 2 final projects, and I just finished the last little details of both of them this week. So
Yeah. You finished them?
I did all by myself.
Alright.
Great.
Yay!
And you helped me.
Oh no. I don't want your professor listening to this. And
By the time this airs, I'll already got my grade.
oh, that's true. We can retroactively change it, maybe.
Oh, damn
They
it.
can do that, can't they? Because I think,
they have
I think
the
by
power.
now my high school teachers have all failed me.
Really?
Like, yeah, just recently.
That sucks.
And it goes on my permanent record.
Oh, man.
No, I'll
Man.
never get another good job.
I'm sorry.
This is what's keeping me down in life, is that my high school teachers failed me retroactively.
That
15 years later.
that in your library card expense.
Well, I never fucked up at the school's library. Just at the city library.
Okay.
Or county.
Every city's library.
Every county's library.
Every neighboring.
Yeah. Green,
Ah.
Montgomery, Washington Township, private library.
Yet they still paid
rights,
you.
whatever.
They still paid you to speak there. Ironic that.
Oh, well.
You should have worked out a deal where they just...
Technically, they paid you, and you paid me on the side for that.
Well, you should have worked out a deal though where they just wiped your fines. They're like, we're square.
Actually, I think Washington Township is the one library that I can probably still go to. Not sure, but maybe.
Or at least not because of library fines, maybe just because of our performance during the
That
speaking
could've fucked us
event.
there.
Yeah. I haven't tried to rent anything since we did the talk. So
You haven't, what?
tried to rent anything from the library.
Oh, okay.
What do they call it? Borrow, I guess.
Borrow, yeah. Borrow something from the library. A book, a video, a magazine,
An audio
an
book.
audio CD of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
A midget.
Oh, I love getting midgets from the library.
Me too.
Except for sometimes they're scratched because
Yeah.
people don't take care of them.
I know. People are
silly.
insane.
Mm.
They're like, they ride all over them.
Ah,
What the fuck, people?
they highlight certain areas.
Yeah, what the fuck, people? Come on. It's a fucking library.
It's a midget. Give
It's
it a break.
Library, midgets. Don't mark it
It's-
up. Other people need to use it.
Yeah. What? We just lost all of our midget listeners.
Oh, Pat, come back, please.
Yeah. That's not a midget. He's
Ah.
actually taller than us.
See, that was the joke.
Oh,
Pat is
hilarious.
actually like 7'8".
Yeah. He's a tall boy.
Yes, he is. Oh, my eye is itchy. Fuck.
Yeah.
You want to give me commentary? While I scratch
It
my
looks
eye?
like you're rubbing the fuck out of it. Like
Yeah,
you're gonna
it really
just
hurts.
squish out your ear.
Oh, man.
Every time I rub
Probably
my
why
eyes,
I'm going blind.
I have a fear that I'm gonna poke my eye out sometimes. After a long day at the office, I come home, take my glasses off, I just rub my eyes, and sometimes it feels like they're gonna squish out of my nose.
Yeah, I get that feeling sometimes too.
Why do we do it? Why do we keep it up?
We're idiots. We are idiots.
Mm.
In everything in life, we are just dumb people.
We're bad at what we do, and what we do is not much.
Well, we try to do a lot. And we're bad at all of it.
We're like the MacGyver of fail. We can fail at anything.
Oh, that is the best ever. Oh, that, sir, was not a failure. That was
All right.
great.
One thing,
Wow.
One thing is successfully done.
MacGyver of fail. That's fucking genius. Oh, man. Good sir, you deserve this handshake that people need to be told that I gave you.
All right. Sweet. Okay. Is there something else we need to talk about before I come
Fuck Joe G? No?
He's never going to listen to this show, so it's not
no.
funny.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if he was going to listen to this show.
I wish he fucking would.
Fuck him.
I
No.
mean, we talk about comics and stuff, and like, apparently he likes, shit that isn't the Teen Titans, and we do mostly non-Teen Titan stuff.
That's true. Although we did a Teen Titans.
We did a Teen Titans thing, too.
Tiny Titans.
It still counts.
Yeah,
That's the best of both of his worlds. Teen Titans and not Teen Titans together.
Oh, wow. You're right. It is both of those things.
And he still refuses to listen.
We've
done a Jeffrey Brown book. He apparently is a huge fan, which I had no idea.
Yeah. That's true. An Alex Robinson book.
An Alex Robinson book, which apparently I'm now just learning he apparently really digs.
He's the one that turned me on to Alex Robinson.
Really?
Yeah.
Joe G.
Joe fucking G.
Wow. Did not Flash Rebirth. Although, from what I understand, he also does not like that either.
All kidding aside, I like some Joe G.
I love Joe G. Hopefully he'll be bowling with us again.
Yes. Yeah. We've had 2 weeks off bowling, and this week I'm feeling it.
Me too.
I don't care if it's just me and you.
We're going to go bowling, and I'm probably going to be terrible because we haven't been bowling in 2 weeks.
I did Wii Bowl for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I think you talked about
to practice.
No, that was something else you talked about.
Or talk about a lot of things.
Yeah. We talk about a lot of things. We record some of it.
Yeah.
And I often forget.
I know, I can never remember. I'm like, did we talk about this on the show? Or when we were driving around looking for hide burritos?
Right. Or for, what purpose did we record? Because we occasionally record things that aren't meant for the show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's true, too.
Crazy conversations. We should just stop talking to each other.
Okay. Like, just sit in silence on the car ride to the restaurant and back, and then when we come here, we just do it up. Just silent forever. Okay. That makes for really good listening pleasure. Okay, so I chose a book for our next episode, and I shall reveal it now. Okay, it's Darwin Cook's Catwoman, Selena's Big Score, which I don't think you've ever read. He's shaking his head no. And I know I have not read, which is odd because I love some Darwin Cook. So I'm gonna choose that, and we're gonna check it out. I'm usually the guy that just says okay whenever you say something, and I respond to your words. Now that you're not talking, I'm gonna have to wrap the show up the first time. So email us, let us know what you think. Read Catwoman, Selena's Big Score, and then you can. I'm really bad at wrapping it up. Fucking talk. All right. Well, thanks for listening.
It's so hard to stay silent.
Okay. I'm a good sidekick. I'm not the guy that you want to wrap anything up.
I don't want to be. I guess I've taken control of the show, but I guess you are my sidekick. Huh?
That's true.
I'd rather we were co-hosts, but I talk a lot when I'm here.
Well, this is your time to talk.
I guess so.
Out there in the world is your time to be quiet.
Silent. That's true. I'm pretty much quiet 90% of the time when I'm not here in front of a mic. That is something you're looking at.
Yeah. And it was calling card. It wasn't boobs for the first time. Like, usually whenever we get silent for a couple seconds, it's because your screensaver has a really pretty girl, like Scarlett Johansson in the previous episode. But this one was actually really good art. So.
Well,
most of it, yeah.
Let's be fair. 90% of everything on here is pretty art.
Yeah.
And exactly. 10% of it is a hot chick with boobs.
Yeah.
As most hot chicks tend to have.
Yeah.
I won't be quiet anymore now.
It creeps me out.
So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm uncomfortable with being the main guy, but at the same time, I guess I am.
Yeah, it's your thing.
But you're here with me, 50-50. The next show will be your pick and your music.
You do all the work as far as getting it out there, though.
Well,
I don't even understand how.
Because you barely know how to check your email.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I swear I'm like a 70-year-old man, and I'm like, I barely.
Can't you just make that computer thing and do the thing that I want?
I still have never owned a computer. I'm in my 30s.
Well, you do own a computer. Just,
that's right, I do!
Plugged in,
yeah, I
forgot. It's also a piece of shit.
It's not connected to the internet, or it doesn't contain any Adobe products yet.
Or is it connected to a socket?
No, it is not. It has been.
Power up.
Apparently, I plugged it in, and I'm not looking this gift horse in the mouth. It's an old computer, but I'm excited to have it. But I plugged it in, and apparently there's some stories saved on there. The previous owner is a friend of mine, Mandy Haga, who works at a nursing home, and she had saved some of the prose story. These prose stories that these like elderly people that live at the nursing home have written. So I can't wait to read those. I have not yet, but I just plugged it up to make sure it works. So I'm gonna get on there and check that shit out.
Right. So anyway, I was gonna comment on the book you picked.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I was being stubborn and not talking. To hilarious effect.
Yes. Oh yes.
Okay, so you said you're a Darwin Cook fan, but not read this. Is it probably because you're not a Catwoman fan?
No, I've read some Catwoman. I read the early part of the series that he drew, like when they started off the series. I forget who wrote that.
Ed Brubaker.
Ed Brubaker. Okay, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Not amazing, but pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think besides issues of Batman, that's the only thing I've ever read with Catwoman in it.
Okay. Just curious.
Mm-hmm.
So, not a big Jim Balent fan, is what you're saying?
Not really. No. I mean,
not his gigantic 44 quadruple D's Catwoman running around.
I think
I read super duper camel toe skin tight purple suit.
I almost started to say, but I respect what he does, but I really don't. I mean, like he's good at it, but it looks like nothing I would ever want to read. You know.
Well, could you respect the fact that he's been doing? What is it? Witch of the Tarot? Book of the Tarot?
Yeah, I think it's just called Tarot. Tarot, Black Rose.
Tarot. It's the World War II movie about the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
With a giant breast.
With giant breasts.
They just drop giant breasts on this Pearl Harbor.
But, I mean, he's
stuck with it.
He's done that
himself
for like 5 years, which is far better than a lot of other comic creators who had even more success than he did at a mainstream company. So.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's something.
I respect that he's doing his thing and he's sticking with it.
Yeah.
But his thing is not something I ever want to check out. Yeah.
I have checked it out because I think my ex had a passing interest in it. It's awful shit.
Yeah, it looks bad.
Yeah, I mean, it is exactly what you would expect it to be.
Yeah. Oh, and I've read a couple pages. I just flipped through them. Like, there's got to be something more to this book than like Cry for Dawn looked as just a little,
like it.
Yeah, it looks horrible.
I mean, it's exploitive, booby girl.
But there's like a little more to it.
But there is. I like Joe Linzer.
Mm-hmm.
And,
so I thought maybe the same thing would go with this. I was wrong.
Yeah. But yeah. Once again, just reiterating my defense of Dawn.
Yeah.
But yeah, the tarot, whatever it is. It's fucking awful.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Well, let's end on a happy note. Because we just said how awful something was.
His wife is attractive.
Yes. Very attractive. Good for you, sir. James Jean is fucking amazing.
James Jean is awesome.
Yeah. He's got a new sketchbook coming out in July or August.
Process Recess 2?
2 or 3 or something. I don't know. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
He is awesome.
And he's
spent like an hour looking at his artwork today and pretty much figuring I should just give up any thought of ever doing any artwork ever again.
He's kind of intimidated. And he's going to go help annihilate the universe as we know it by...
That's true. The Hadron Collider.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else is there? Something else positive. I'm kind of hungry. But it's really late.
So
I'll probably
Sunday
just
night.
have a bowl of cereal.
It's a Sunday night, and we're in Dayton, Ohio, so there's a Meijer open, and that's about it.
Yeah, Kroger.
Yeah. As long as they're not waxing the floors again.
Right. Man, yeah, that was fucked up. I got up deliberately earlier 2-3 days ago, like 4 o'clock in the morning early, to go to Kroger, and they were fucking closed. 24-hour goddamn grocery store, and they were goddamn closed because they were waxing the floors.
Here we go in on the negative again.
Well, Kroger shouldn't have been closed.
If we weren't surrounded by negative, then we wouldn't have to talk about it.
Oh, that's true. Very true.
So fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Kroger's.
Fuck you, Kroger's.
No, I love Kroger's. I went there last night.
I like their salad bar.
I like their produce.
I bought some watermelon from Dots.
Ooh, good stuff.
That.
Yeah, there you go. Watermelon cereal.
Yeah. Iron Man is cool.
Iron Man is awesome.
All right.
Okay, there we go. That was pretty good.
Oh! I was going to mention something.
What's that?
Couple things. One, I don't know who's listening or whatever, but they should go check out the KirbyProject.blogspot.com.
Oh, yeah.
They just linked to your Fantastic Four #9 blog, which we've also recently updated with James Kachaka's artwork.
Oh, yeah, good stuff.
But the Kirby Project, they accept all sorts of artistic and creative everythings that are all inspired by and sort of in the vein of anything Jack Kirby has ever done.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
There's some great stuff on there.
Yeah. Next thing I want to say is I want to give a shout out to
Your peeps?
Huh?
Your peeps?
No. Because they're made of marshmallow and they can't respond. No, there's a guy who, he does a mini comic called 1 Year in Indiana.
Oh, Kurt Dempsey? I forget his last name.
I should probably look this up.
Yeah. Oh, this would have been one of those preparation things that we could have done.
Man, we suck. We so suck.
Let's just call him Kurt. His name's Kurt.
I think his name is Kurt.
Oh, yeah, it is Kurt. He's got a goatee. Goatees rule. And he listens to metal.
Yeah.
I think he's in a metal band, actually. Pretty sure. Yeah, I went to space this year, and he told me to pick up something really cool. And I know you'd like his stuff because you'd...
Well, I actually deliberately asked you to pick up 1 Year in Indiana.
Oh, you did even?
Yeah.
Well, then that worked out.
Yeah. Wow. Apparently 1 Year in Indiana doesn't exist.
It's not on the internet.
It's not on the internet? This blows.
This is crazy. Why is he not...
Man, I know he's got a website. It's on the back of his book, which I don't have with me right here.
Wow, we suck.
Oh, wow. I feel so bad right now. So I really wanted to...
I feel like we're on stage and our drummer hasn't showed up yet. And we're like, he'll be here any minute.
Oh, we blow. Oh, I feel terrible. Because I really wanted to pimp this guy, and his book is awesome. It's like one of my favorite mini comics I've ever gotten from any small press show. And apparently he just emailed you recently saying that he dug our podcast.
Yeah.
And, I mean, honestly, it's one of my favorite mini comics I've ever gotten. If you can find it somewhere, please go check out 1 Year in Indiana.
Yeah, 1 Year in Indiana. I know it's Kurt. It's either Dempsey or Dens or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome. It's about a guy who's a lead singer of a death metal band, and he crashes at his buddy's house who's going to college in Indiana.
Right.
and the wackiness and
antics about it. But yeah, there's all sorts of references to metal if you're into metal, which we clearly are.
We are. We're metalheads. Forming a metal band. Possibly. As long as we can get your 3-year-old roommate to be our drummer.
Yeah. He does have a drum set.
I know. We discussed this on a previous episode.
Yeah.
I'm still holding out hope. All right, let's get out of here.
Yep.
Gutter Trash can be downloaded at www.guttertrash.net, iTunes, Podcast Alley, and Feedburner. You can also find us at myspace.com/guttertrash_net, seanborn.net, and buyerbewarecomics.blogspot.com. Contact us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. We'll see you next time.